to Tipsy Tuesday, everyone. I am Samantha Wall. I'm here. I'm so excited. We have some special guests with us. We have Paul, Jessica, Kelly's here. I think Marlon's going to be showing up here in a little bit as well. First of all, I'm not going to go into introductions for you guys because I'm just going to kind of hand it over to you guys and let you guys introduce yourselves to everybody. But first of all, I do want to congratulate Kelly Shields. Just made L1 last Friday.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Thanks. We couldn't have done it without Stephanie either. You know, she drives me.
Awesome. So awesome. I love it.
So I'll hand it over to you first, Jessica, and you can kind of explain who you are and introduce yourself to everyone.
Okay, hey guys, I am Jessica Daniels. You may know me on Facebook as Jessica Freedom Fighter Daniels. I am founder of Online Coaching with Jessica Daniels. I help people in their businesses get leads online and help them brand themselves online.
And Paul, what about you?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't listening. Hey everyone, my name's Paul Maynard. I go by R. Paul Maynard from Colorful, Colorado. I really love helping other people with their mindset, because without your mindset, it doesn't matter what kind of strategy or product or service or whatever that you have, it's not going to work for you if your mind is not in the right place. So I really like focusing on helping people have that right mindset. It just really excites me. I spend a lot of time investing in myself so I can help invest in other people.
Perfect. So, a bunch of us Tipsy Tuesdays, I know we have, let's see who all we have on. It looks like we have Suzette's here, Bree's here. What's up, Eric, Julie? How is everyone? I know we're waiting for a few more people to jump on, say what's up. Can everybody hear us okay and everything's good? We can see, everybody can see? So the main reason I wanted to bring you guys on today is because there's so many of us Tipsy Tuesdayers going through Antonio's boot camp. And I know that you guys have been through boot camps. You guys are, maybe are developing a boot camp of your own, just getting things going. Paul and Jessica are inside of My Lead System Pro. They have built their businesses as well behind My Lead System Pro. They're all ranked up in there as well. So what I wanted to kind of discuss today was, really keeping people, involved in the boot camp, because so many people, everybody's gung-ho the first week. Second week, everybody's like, woo-woo. By the third week, some people slow down a little bit, don't start not showing up and things like that. So we all have been through boot camps and gone through and seen the transformation of, Kelly Shields just came out of an 8-week boot camp, and Kelly and Stephanie ranked up to L1 through that boot camp, so they definitely work.
All the leads came from that boot camp, too.
Yeah. So, just kind of wanted to chat with you guys as far as, how to keep yourself motivated, how to stay consistent, how to stay involved, things like that.
Awesome.
Yep.
So what advice would you give, Jessica?
To stay consistent?
Yeah.
Having that vision, your vision is so important. I think so many people struggle with being consistent. Me being one of them. I mean, I've struggled with it. Just really, really having that vision of where you want to be, who you want to become, and really feeling it, that's going to keep you consistent,
Yeah, absolutely. I've actually been, waking up a little earlier in the mornings and been doing, meditation / visualization type stuff, that helps. So, you guys can always do something like that, get up, even if it's only for 5 minutes, just shut your eyes and just visualize yourself and where you want to be, get a little selfish in there too. The visualization part is about you. Of course you want to help people and you want to do all that stuff, but you want to be a millionaire in there. You know, whatever it is, just really hone in. And the more you get connected with that visualization, the more you'll be in tune with it, and your subconscious mind will take you there.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yes.
Paul, you're talking about maybe getting a boot camp going and all that stuff. What kind of advice would you give?
So, you know, it does, like Jessica was saying, it's consistently is key. You know, and I try to make it realistic for other people to think of it in different ways, because when people are coming in to start their own business, they have this vision, they have this goal, oh, I want to make $10,000 a month and I want to replace my income and all that, and then they come into this online business or online space or, you know, home business space, and they think that it's all going to be rainbows and unicorns and easy work and they can tiptoe through it. But really, people need to understand that they need to treat it like a business. And I like to use the example like Starbucks, okay? Starbucks, if you go and drink coffee at Starbucks or one of the other coffee shops, they are open every day consistently, right? I mean, you show up there Monday morning, they're open. But what if they decided tomorrow, you know what, we're just going to be closed today. And then the next day, they're like, you know, we're just going to be open at 1:30 in the afternoon for 35 minutes. Your customers are going to go somewhere else. So when you're building your online business, your online space, whatever business that you're in, or even if you're just in a job or whatever, you have to show up every single day so your customers see that you are a real business. So that is so important. And a boot camp can really help you learn that skill, because we're constantly working on our skill sets. And if you do, whether you want to make $100 a month or $10,000 a month or $100,000 a month, you have to show up consistently. You have to share value with the marketplace. You have to show people that you are going to be there for them. Because here's the thing, there are probably hundreds of thousands of marketers online that are pushing crap left and right. You never know who they are. So people are going to be very reluctant to work with you if you're not showing up every single day. And you should be everywhere. You know, yes, you need to focus in on one specific strategy, but your message should be everywhere. Like Starbucks. There's Starbucks on both sides of the street, right across from each other. It's insane. They're everywhere. So when you say coffee, I guarantee you that most people, 99% of the people, go Starbucks, because they're everywhere. So you guys gotta put your message out there. You gotta be everywhere. You gotta show up consistently, and you need to invest in yourself. And when you join a boot camp, you're gonna be around other people that are supporting you. You know, they're going to be just like you. They're going to help you, but you got to stay consistent through the entire boot camp. And if you want to take yourself to the next level, then you create your own boot camp. I have this big board that's behind me here, and there's full of notes on there. I don't have really I don't know how I'm going to put it together. I'm just going to do it and figure it out. I'm going to jump off the cliff, and I'm going to build my wings on the way down. And too many people are afraid of doing that. Mm-hmm. So when you're in a boot camp and you're around other people that can support you and help you and challenge you and, you know, be there when you're like, oh God, I don't want to do this today, or I want to quit, or whatever, and you have that support, it makes it so much easier to build whatever it is that you want to build. Like I said, whether it's $100 a month or $100,000 a month. So I believe boot camps they're really, really powerful because of the education and because of the community as well. Mic drop.
Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. And like during a boot camp, I went through a boot camp. I've been through a couple different boot camps, and the first one I went through, I was fairly new to the industry and was really shy and kind of just sat back and didn't embrace the boot camp the way I should have, especially when involved in it, because you can buy boot camps that have already happened, and that tends to, you can do it and you can definitely, it's great, but being in it while it's happening is so huge. And stepping outside of your comfort zone and getting to know people. You know, I mean, that was one of the biggest struggles for me as a network marketer was, you know, I was a very, you know, reserved person. I was private. I was shy. I was known as the shy kid, you know, growing up and stuff like that. And so to like go out and meet people and make friends was like, really? I mean, didn't I already go through all that when I already left high school? And it's so not that way. You have to go meet these people. Anybody who's inside of this boot camp that we're all going through, guys, go meet them. Go find out who they are. You never know. They could live a couple hours from you and know somebody who gets you something that, you know, well, I was here in makeup and now I'm over here in this, and this is really where I was supposed to be the whole time. You don't know that, you know. You just really got to meet people and not be shy about it.
They could be your next JV partner, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. It's like Diane Hockman was talking, I think it was on a wake-up call or something, and she was talking about how she had met, you know, so-and-so, and then that so-and-so took her here, and then she met Brian Finale, and then she, you know, and now she's like this huge person inside of My Lead System Pro, and had she not met that first person, it would have never led her down the path that she's on right now.
Absolutely. Going through it is what that call was about.
Yeah.
And it's just as simple as, you know, meeting people. I mean, a lot of people make it a lot more difficult, and it's like, well, just try to think about it as, you know, you go to a cocktail party with a friend, or you go to a barbecue, and you just start meeting people, and you're just talking to people, and, you know, it's so much fun to meet people. I mean, it really is.
Yeah.
And people are trying to turn it into this, when am I going to sell them something? When do I pitch them on? You know, just meet people. You know, how are you? It's really that simple. And, you know, Samantha, you talked about how, oh my God, I thought I went through all that in high school, and I get that. And, you know, you may not believe this, but I seriously couldn't talk to anybody. I was so afraid of what everybody thought about me. I was picked on as a child. I got beat up by the jocks. I was just like the most introverted person ever. And then somebody helped me come out of my comfort zone, which was my theater teacher. And I would never be like this. I would be definitely afraid to talk to girls. You know, when we did go to parties in high school, I didn't go and talk to everybody. I just didn't do that. And I'm so glad that I was pushed by somebody, because it's so much more fun, you know, meeting other people. And so I think also, you know, boot camps and hanging out with other people within communities can help those people feel more comfortable going, oh, wow, Paul used to be an introvert. I can go and talk to people too, and maybe I can reach out to Paul, and Paul can help me through it a little bit. And that's what's great about these boot camps and these hangouts and these get-togethers, is that we can help each other, lift each other up, because we understand. We know what it's like, right? I mean, you guys understand that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I read somewhere that network marketing is a personal development with a bonus of residual income. I'm like, it's so true, because you have to work on your personal development. You have to work on your mindset. You cannot come into this today as who you are and think that you're going to walk away $1 million richer the same person. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to do that and sacrifice and really look at yourself and find out, I mean, you know, a lot of you guys might know my story. The last time I was in front of anyone, I threw up and passed out, and they found me in the bathroom, and I quit my job, and I was done with it. So doing webinars, I mean, even like last night, my husband's like, I can't believe, he's like, I would be throwing up every morning if I had to do a webinar. I'm like, I did for like 4 weeks, and then now I'm finally just okay with it. So, I mean, it's just a process, a complete process.
Yeah, your personal value and your personal development is so crucial. I mean, you know, a lot of people think that they come into network marketing, you don't have to have a scholarship, you don't have to have anything. So they think They don't have to get any training. They don't have to, you know, raise their personal value. It's so important because your bank account coincides with your value. However much value you're bringing to the table. It's so important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crucial. I mean, I think it's also interesting that, you know, us as kids, at least when you get to middle school and high school and college, that, you know, they're teaching you all the skills of how to do the how-to, but there's no personal development at all, and that is so key. So when people come out of school and they go into getting their job and all of this, and they're just doing the everyday 9 to 5, whatever it may be, and then they decide, hey, I'm going to go out on my own, I want to go do something on my own, they don't realize that how important that personal development and the skills that you have to work on yourself, how important that really, really is. And I don't know why that more of that's not being taught in the schools and to our children, because I think it's a big challenge that most of the population has, is because they got all this junk in their head that they have to work through. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep.
And I think the scariest part is, like, you know, I'll be walking down the street or whatever, and so many people do this. Immediately, they go right to their phone, like, I'm busy, I'm busy, and I'm like, I just want to smile and say hi. Like, what happened to that?
It's amazing.
That is so true. Oh my goodness.
It's crazy. It's like, I understand the, you know, stranger danger thing, guys, but make us, you know, smile and say, hey, you know, how are you today? You never know where that's going to lead you. You know, maybe have a piece of candy. So, Kelly, tell us a little bit about your experience. I mean, come on, you just went through 8 weeks of boot camp and you ranked up.
Well, you know, that's what boot camps are for. You know, it's all about, you know, finding out who you are. If you're really going to put the time into it. I don't know if anybody knows my story or not a little bit, but I like to do a lot of analogies with wrestling, because that's what I did my whole entire life. All through college, I wrestled. I was a state champ in high school. I got to travel to Hawaii, Australia, and New Zealand when I was 16 on an all-star team. So I got to see the world and everything at a young age, but I didn't get to enjoy it. I always thought, well, man, there's got to be some way I can just get back here and enjoy these places. I mean, I knew there's places around this world that I want to see, right? So I did the you know, go to school and find a career, and did that. I was a golf course superintendent. I grew grass on multi-million-dollar golf courses in Naples, Florida. Had budgets of like $2.8 million that we got to spend on growing grass. So we got to spend all the money and got to see the homes that have the 18,000 square foot homes. I mean, it's like a different reality. If you ever hear of Naples, Florida, Google it. Port Royal. Every house in there is like, I think the lowest cost is about 15 to 18 million. Goes up to all the way up to 120-some million dollar homes. So I'm looking at these homes on the golf course. I'm like, man, there's got to be something out there that I can get that kind of money, because growing grass isn't going to get it, you know. And you know, once I finally saw the circles at a home event, you know, saw the circles, saw the dream board and everything. You did this, did that, got result on a product, but I didn't know how to market. My warm market was big, so when I spammed people online, you know, I got my warm market to buy stuff and everything, and then after that went away, it was like, well, what do we do now? How am I going to get leads, you know? And then luckily I ran into Samantha's link somewhere that I clicked on, and now I'm part of her team and learning this attraction marketing thing. So we were in MLSP for about 2 years, but we never applied anything. We just were students. We just, okay, we got to focus a little bit on this. Let's do this for a little bit, but we didn't stay consistent with it. Then we got into this 8-week Cloud 10 boot camp with Samantha, And she's like, this is going to get you to L1. This is what we have to do. This will do it. But you got to stay consistent and show up every single day. So that's what we did, and did my assignments, and here I am, L1. So I mean, all you got to do is follow simple directions, what people give you who's already done it.
Yep.
Don't get what do you want to say? Hear all the noise, like Diane Hockman says. There's all that extra noise out there. Well, if you just focus in on one thing. When I became a state champ, every day I'd get up at 4:30 in the morning before school and run like 5-7 miles in like 20-degree weather, 0-degree weather up in Ohio. So knowing what I did to become a state champ and saying in myself, I'm going to stand on that podium. I'm not going to. I didn't lose a whole match that whole year. I went completely undefeated. Didn't lose one match. I've only lost six matches in high school. So to be able to visualize me standing on that podium every single tournament, I did it, and I did it, and I did it. It's just, I lost it, I guess, when I got caught up in corporate world, I guess you could say. And I'm so glad that I met Samantha to bring this back to me.
Yeah, and see, you mentioned there visualizing being on that podium, on that, you visualized that before it happened. And boom, it happened.
It happened. So if you guys want to speak up on stage, you better start visualizing it now.
And Kelly,
every morning.
not only did you visualize it, but you did the work to get yourself there as well. You got up earlier, which was not easy, I'm sure, and you put that hard work in every single day, and it paid off, man. Congratulations to you. That's awesome.
You're not supposed to dwell on the past, but there's stuff in the past that that you did good at, that if you just take those same concepts, and it's like, they always say, once you've wrestled, everything in life is easy. When you're cutting, losing 20, most I ever lost was 23.5 pounds in 2.5 hours, sitting in a sauna, riding a stationary bike, and getting those last 0.2 of a pound, giving yourself a bloody nose just so that you can bleed out those last ounces, just so you can make weight. I mean, there's certain sacrifices that, they changed rules now. People's died and everything, but yeah, I mean, it's a different breed. But that's why once you've wrestled, everything else in life is easy. And once you do a boot camp and keep continuing to do boot camps, they're going to get easier and easier and easier, and you're going to get better and better and better each day that you do it.
So,
yeah. Anyone,
so what?
anyone inside of this boot camp, guys, it's absolutely amazing that Antonio has done a free boot camp for us. So, I mean, knowing if you're here right now, or if you're watching this recording, or if you're in this boot camp, you know your value. You got to give yourself a pat on the back right now for even saying yes, because it was absolutely amazing to me how many people I had as prospects that I literally crossed right off of my list when I came to them and asked them if they wanted to do this boot camp. Because if you're not willing to step up and learn something new, even if you're here for 5 weeks and the only thing you learn new is 1 or 2 things, it's 1 or 2 things that could take you to a whole nother skyrocket. And if you're not willing to be open-minded about that, then you're kind of stuck in a spot that you got to get through that. You got to start working on personal development. You got to realize that the internet changes daily. I mean, from one boot camp to the next, everything can change. Or Paul could have something that he does that just is a little bit of a tweak that could totally be something that works for you immediately. But someone over here does something different and it just doesn't work as well with you. The one thing that I did notice through the boot camp, the last boot camp that we went through, is, I definitely started talking to a lot more people. And I think that, you really have to develop a tough skin as you go through and start chatting with people, because not everybody out there is nice.
You got to get your haters.
I mean, It's crazy, and it's crazy how many people, like, you'll be talking to them, and they'll just be like, well, you only have 1,200 friends, and I have 5,000. I'm like, I mean, not like I have to explain myself to you, but it's like, okay, well, hats off to you, you know, and you just have to move on and say, have a nice day, because you know what, the next person that you talk to could be your star, you know, could turn into your best friend, turn into your vacation partner, you know. Wouldn't, you know, how about you guys? Don't you think there's a toughness that you kind of got to get through prospecting?
Oh yeah. You gotta get your bruises and your black eyes for sure.
Yeah, you know, or like what Kelly said, give yourself a bloody nose. You know.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, but
Absolutely.
totally, and that's my next book. Actually, is Go for No. You know, the one that Ray Higdon. He just, you know, he got denied purposely 20 times a day. You know. Yeah, you got to build that tough skin. And you have to realize you are going to get rejected. I mean, it's going to happen. It's a sifting process. You're going to get rejected. It's just like the waitress pouring coffee, right? Does she cry if someone says, no, I don't want any coffee, right? No. So, you know, it's the same thing. You've got to build that confidence and you know, and yeah, you're going to get rejected. It happens.
Yeah, and you've got to realize that, you know, people will sit behind their computers and they'll type out these terrible things to people because they, you know, most of them would never say it to your face. So if you can understand, these are just characters in a keyboard that somebody's spewing that would never say to your face. You just, whatever, you know, just whatever. Yeah. You know, as much as you'd love to help those people, you have to move on because there's billions of people on the planet. You know, it's just, you just got to move on and not let it get to you. And it's not easy. You know, you might be on your 20th no of the day and somebody really crushes you. And so, you know, you have to shake it off. And so when people are having a challenge, I think, when you're getting those haters and, you know, you got beat up for the day, you know, go take a break, go outside, go for a walk, go listen to a recorded wake-up call, go put on Les Brown. Oh my God, if it doesn't get you going, nothing will. You know, like he says, if you can, you're gonna get knocked down, and if you can look up, you can get up. So you just gotta get over it and move forward. You know, it's just the way. It's just the way of it.
Paul, just like your Facebook video, where you were talking about celebrating the small victories and how, you know, one person. So if something happens like that and you are on your 20th no and someone comes across and they will, I mean, believe me, there's been times where I've been like, oh my gosh, like I need a serious break. I can't believe that just happened. But you know what? I go back to, I talked to 15 people before that. How many people did that person talk to? Right. You know, how many no's did that person get? They didn't. They're pissed off because they're sitting behind their computer, they're watching me, and they're seeing me do things that they're too afraid to do. And you congratulating yourself for what you did accomplish. You know, because you could have sat around and ate bonbons and watched Jerry Springer or whatever it was that was on TV at the time, but you didn't. You chose to work your business. You chose to be Starbucks and be open.
Very true.
Give yourself pats on the back constantly because that's going to take you so far.
Yeah, and you've got to look at how far you've come. I mean, instead of where you're not. Look at how far you've come. You know way more today than you did when you first started. Even if it's only your second day, you know more now than you did before. So just continuously look at how far you've come.
If you're breathing, you should be celebrating.
Absolutely.
That's it. Because life is awesome, amazing, and you deserve to have everything. And I think it was Brian that talked about on that one phone call, and he didn't want to get, you know, make people too weirded out. But, you know, when that cell is trying to get into that egg, when you were conceived, it fought to get in there. Seriously, I mean, if you really think about that, you are breathing, so you are a fighter. So you should celebrate every single freaking moment of your life. And if someone says no to you, really? Is that really going to knock you down? Take a big deep breath. That's awesome. You should get goosebumps when you say that, you know? So when you have those people that are saying no to you, celebrate the fact that you even are able to have a conversation with that person. If they said no to you, celebrate it. Be like, all right, no big deal, not for you, the fit's not right for you right now. Let's go on, let's go meet someone else, because the next person, like Bree was saying, could be your soulmate.
Yep.
Your soulmate.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Or maybe somebody that you talk to someone and their back's up against the wall. They don't know where their next meal's coming. They don't know how they're gonna put food on the table for their child. And you come along and you invite them to something and it changes their life. How awesome is that? So when those no's come, celebrate them, because the next person could be the person you absolutely change their life and their family's life and a whole generation of lives. That's what we do here.
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And so true, you know, because when people hold back, it's fear. It's fear of looking bad. That's all it boils down to, is fear of looking bad. So it's actually selfish, because you could be changing lives. You could, like Paul just said, a whole generation, you know, one small piece of value, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that no in 6 months could be a yes. You know?
That's right.
When I get someone who's like, it's just not for me right now, I'm like, okay, well, and I stay in touch, because watch me. And that's the whole point behind boot camps and stuff too, guys, is people join people. They don't care whether you're in makeup, vacations, weight loss, whatever it is. They don't care. They want to join you because they know you care and they know that you're going to take them to the next level. And without stepping up into the leadership role to be able to show them that, they're never going to see it from you. You got to step outside of that comfort zone and really just allow yourself to shine. And that's why we talk about personal development and we talk about mindset and stuff like that, is because without it, you can't come out and be Bree or Jessica or Paul or Samantha or Suzette. You can't be that person until you know who that person is, until you know what you stand for, until you know whose lives you want to change. And it takes a process of time to be able to figure that out, unless, you know, you were born with it, and that's great. It took me a minute. But yeah, it's just stay consistent, step into that leader role, do what they tell you to do, and kill it.
Show up.
Go
That's
for
all
the
you gotta
nose.
do. Show up and get the nose and get the bloody noses and everything else that goes along with it. And once you do that, you'll come out on top. But you gotta show up every single day. Every single day.
And you need to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the journey. It's not a destination, it's a journey. You know, we're focusing on who we're becoming, not our circumstances today. So enjoy it. Whether you had a huge successful day or whatever, you probably learned something at the end of the day. So enjoy what happened. Enjoy exactly where you're exactly where you are. You're supposed to be where you are right now. So enjoy it, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Yes, we want to be very positive, and I know the next 50 years of my life are going to be epic, but I don't know if a meteor is going to hit the Earth. So I'm going to enjoy it today, enjoy the ride. So have fun. If we're not having fun, what is the point of all of this, right? So remind people to have fun.
Yep. And when your feet hit the floor in the morning, say thank you.
Yes.
That's right.
Absolutely.
You guys rock.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys. That was awesome.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, definitely. And these two are going through the boot camp too, guys. You know, if you guys wouldn't mind hopping over to Tipsy Tuesday and, you know, putting out a post or whatever so people can come over and friend you and let them, you know, if you do friend these guys, they do get lots of friend requests, so don't just friend them, you know, send them a message and let them know that you saw them on Tipsy Tuesday so that they know that there's a connection there and they'll get faster to your response to your friendship request that way as well.
Absolutely.
So, but they are rock stars inside of My Lead System Pro. I've been lucky enough to rub shoulders with them, and I can't wait to meet them and live the dream. Finally!
Yay!
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
That's right. So thank you guys so much for coming on. Keep us updated on the boot camp, Paul, on what you're going to do and stuff like that, and we'll definitely make it a Tipsy Tuesday group as well.
Awesome. Thanks.
And, yeah, thank you guys all so much for coming.
That was fun.
That was fun.
All right, we'll see you guys all later. Have a
Bye.
good Tuesday.
See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.